God. The reason the bug is on is because it's in the DDR. You have to hit F12 on your DDR. So select a video and hit F12. Boop. There you go. Now when you play it, now when you play a video, it will play without the bug. So what had happened was the character generator can do layering as well, and so if the bug was loaded into channel 1 instead of channel 2, it will load on top of all the videos. Does that make sense? If not, I can show you. All right, we need to.
I put it in channel 2. Maybe
If you accidentally loaded it in channel 1 and didn't unload it, then it stays in channel 1 forever.
Gotcha.
All right, Space Mike. I can't hear you.
I'm here.
There we go. Good debate. Actually, the interesting thing, the reason I wanted to take the SLS side, 2 weeks off, that's what happened. 2 weeks off. The reason I took the side that I took is I actually, I wasn't kidding. I actually do think we should complete SLS at this stage. I think we've gotten far enough along in its production where now it does make sense for us to produce, and it seems like a giant waste if we don't do it. So I actually argued points I really, truly believed in.
I actually do too, but when we were discussing that in the emails back and forth, that's what I originally wanted to do, but I'm okay with talking either way because I essentially have the same points, so I don't know.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a good debate.
Actually, yeah, I thought, did we have a knock at the door?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I thought it worked really well with Carrie Ann feeding questions to us as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Well, I figured if I was sitting here, I better freaking do something.
You just be cute.
No.
Just be like, no, Ben's right. No, Ben's right.
No. She would do the other. She'd be like, shut up, Ben. Shut up, Ben.
Yeah. We need to do an open.
Space Cadet 88. What mission do I think the Space Launch System should do?
I need to do an open.
All right, let me answer this and then we'll do an open.
Okay.
I think the asteroid return mission is uninspiring. It's an interesting mission, but it takes too long to get someone interested in it, if that makes any sense. So if I were to go to someone on the street right now and say, hey, NASA's going to do an asteroid return mission, they go, I don't care. But if I go, hey, NASA's going to send humans to Mars, I got a 50-50 shot now, right? They might care, not care. I think more people would think Mars is way cooler than an asteroid return mission. So we need to use SLS as a Martian settlement tool. That's what I think it will be really great for. And I kind of almost don't want them to finish Block 1. I want them to go to Block 1.5. This whole Block 1, Block 2 thing is silly. Block 1.5 is enhanced upper stage, and then we just basically keep 100 metric tons, basically. Or just skip Block 1 and go to Block 2. I think it's 72. It's 70 tons, 72, 75?
70 to 75 is Block 1, and then up to, I think it's like 130 for Block 2.
Yeah,
the full version.
So either go to Block 1.5, which would be 100 metric tons, or just go all the way to Block 2, but stop this whole little Block 1, Block 2 thing. I don't know why we're doing that. I think they're doing that to get rid of the old engines.
And stop telling NASA where they need to get their stuff.
Yeah, and Dutta says,
Yes.
stop telling NASA where they need to get.
Yes.
Well, let's be clear. They're not telling NASA where to get their stuff. They're saying you have to use solid fuel, which basically means you have to go to ATK. And that's lame. That's politics. And we do need to go back to more of an Apollo. Actually, what Mike said, we need to go back to an Apollo set of, look, NASA, you're going to get humans on Mars. You're going to do it in 10 years. Ready, go. That's it. That's all they need, right?
1 over Alpha asks, shouldn't the mission be more important than any inspiration it inspires?
Nope, it's all important. Right? No, if people are uninspired, then they don't do cool, neat things, right? If they're inspired and actually think we can do cool things and anything is possible, you open up this era of anything is possible,
Well,
and suddenly.
I can't name a mission that would be really important that wouldn't also inspire.
Correct.
Right?
If you're inspiring
if you could
people,
find one that would be really, really, really important and I really just do not care about, I will be impressed.
Asteroid return mission.
You see what I'm saying?
Asteroid return mission. That's one of them, right? It's really important and it's uninspiring.
The only way I can get people excited about the asteroid return mission is talking about how there's some asteroids out there that have more gold and platinum in them than all the gold we've mined in our entire human history.
I can counter that.
That opens their eyes.
I can counter
that.
With
really?
I'll counter that with 2 words. Ready? Planetary resources. Done and done. Don't need SLS.
Yep. I don't know though. I think that if the people aren't inspired, then Congress is less likely to give NASA the money it needs.
If people are inspired, Congress still isn't likely to give NASA the money it
Congress
needs. So, hey, look, we have this great little like we're in a row, like short, taller, tallest, right up the. I feel like
That's true. That's true. But
All right.
if okay, let's do an open. And
yeah,
then we
no,
can
go
keep
ahead.
talking.
No, finish your thought, and then we'll do an open.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if back in the Apollo days, if Apollo had been canceled before the first mission, I think a lot of people would have called in and been like, "No, we have to keep doing this. JFK, we gotta complete the dream. We gotta do it."
What's interesting, and what a lot of us space nerds forget is that less than 50% of the population were pro going to the moon at the time of the Apollo program. We've actually swung that by 2%. We're now at 51% of people think we should have a space program. But at the time that we were doing it, 49% of people supported it, and 51 did not support it. We did it anyhow. So I find that interesting, right? So we're all like, blah, 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 harken to the Apollo era when everyone wanted, well, everyone didn't want it. There was a lot of unknown. And that's the hard thing. People are comfortable with what they know. And you have to, when you force this uncomfort on them, what they don't know, they're super uncomfortable and they don't like it. So you have to make them comfortable with it. And once they're comfortable with it, they tend to see why we're doing it. But getting them there is not always the easiest thing. All right. For you citizens tomorrow, you're already there, right? We're the odd group out where we're like, yeah, no, we get this. We see this. This makes sense. Let's do an open. What are we going to do an open here? I'll say
launches and satellites and light sails.
What was?
Oh, why?
Exactly.
What'd you say?
I said launches and satellites and light sails. Oh my.
Oh my.
There you go.
So Mike will say launches. You'll say satellites, and I'll say light sails, and we'll all say oh my.
If you like.
We gotta do it quick
It
too.
doesn't matter to me.
All right. Yeah.
We don't have to go with that.
I think it's fun.
I looked at it and I was like, oh, there's launches and satellites, and I was like, what else? Oh, and light sails.
All right. Mike, you'll do launches, you'll do satellites, I'll do light sails, and then we'll all immediately say oh my, and then
Oh my.
Yep, it'll be great. Ready?
Okay.
This is number 1. This is going to be 1 of 20. Here we go.
Yes.
Launches.
And satellites.
And launch sails. Launch sails.
You had 2 words.
Oh no.
It's actually like one word. It's like one combined. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Oh, this is 2.
Launches.
And satellites.
And light sails.
Oh
Oh
my.
Oh my.
Yes.
So we need to
Oh man.
Mike needs to say oh my, and you guys need to couple with it.
Yeah. Mike
Apparently.
needs to. Yeah, Mike. When you say "oh my," did you say it right after? Like when you heard us talking, did you say it right? When did you start?
I tried to say it as soon as you finished saying light sail.
Great. So then say it as soon as Carrie Ann is done instead.
Okay.
It should be interesting.
Yep. Let's see how well this
try.
works. Right. You're gonna feel like you're talking on top of me, but that's okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. This is 3.
Launches.
And satellites.
And light sails.
Oh
Oh
my.
my. Oh my God, that actually worked.
The lane for the win.
Wow. Let's start the show.
Oh, I can't believe that worked.
I may actually use that. I gave us an intro there. We're gonna do it one more time so we get a real one. But that was
Oh,
amazing.
crap. That was hilarious.
All right, this is I don't know 4.
Launches.
And satellites.
And light sails.
Oh my.
And we're gonna be talking about the Space Launch System. Stay tuned. Tomorrow begins right now. I like the other one better.
That was very George Takei of us, though. Every last one of us went, oh my.
Oh my.
I like the celebration better, though. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
there's something
hilarious.
magical about that one. But,
Oh,
my God.
Oh my.
Nailed it.
My. All right, Dada, how much longer do you have? Okay.
You
I
have-
don't have that long. I
was
have
gonna
20
say-
minutes. And Mike, how much longer do you have?
I have like an hour, but
I have
whenever you
20. So
guys
all
do,
right, we
go.
have a hard out in 20 minutes, people. What do you want to talk about? Oh my.
Oh my!
I got an Apple Watch. Came in today.
I actually have a question for the community. I randomly have done these space pod history things, and I've kind of been thinking about doing possible more ones, but do you guys even like me doing space history stuff? I thought about doing that for Thursdays, with it being Throwback Thursday and all, but I don't even know if I
like it.
should be doing that or not. What do
I
you
like
guys
Throwback
think?
Thursday idea.
Oh, that I wasn't listening to a word because I had my earpiece out.
Oh yeah, so he's asking if people really enjoy the history segments, space pods that Mike has been doing, because he throws them in every once in a while.
It's because I beat him up. I was like, yeah, no, their show's called Tomorrow, Not Yesterday. But
Right. However,
I will say,
the
Throwback Thursday is
idea,
a great idea.
I really like that for Thursdays.
So I think absolutely.
I think that's great.
So I think yeah, and actually I'd like to see that in all of our space pods and yeah, I mean the reason that the show's called Tomorrow, people want to see an optimistic view of the future.
And if you don't have enough, you can always do like every third Thursday is the Throwback Thursday.
No,
you don't
I
have to
like
do them every
the
single
Right, doesn't
Thursday.
have to be
actually,
every Thursday.
I think you should, if you can. I think you should do every Thursday, and I think we should get a banner that says
Yeah,
Throwback.
but sometimes there's just other stuff that happens, and you don't want to be like, throwback, not a throwback, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I think that's okay.
You could mix it up and have other pod contributors do a throwback Thursday. So
It doesn't always have to be me, yeah.
it's always
Yeah.
have to be Mike and
Yeah.
maybe Lisa.
We forgot to get Dud on microphone.
yeah, we did forget to get that on microphone.
We need to get Dud on microphone.
Yeah, so no, that's true. Other people could be doing a Throwback Thursday and not just Mike. But yeah, I think as long as it's not like
Tomorrow,
an entire
Tuesday, and
week's-
Throwback Thursday.
Right, but you're right. Like I think if it's not an entire week's worth of history things, right? Like you don't want to get
Yeah, if
bogged
we-
down with
if-
only history stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not anti-history,
no, that
but the
would be-
show
No,
is called Tomorrow, which is. But
Yeah.
I think we're also a social show, and I think glomming onto the Throwback Thursday hashtag is a brilliant idea,
Yeah.
and I absolutely think we should do that. But I think the rest of the week needs to be looking forward. We need to limit how much we look backward,
Yeah.
and then constantly be looking the optimistic forward, right? I don't want to be looking at that pessimistic tomorrow's terrible. I want that optimistic tomorrow's freaking awesome.
Heldesk has a great thing. He says, "We did this back then, and we can do even more tomorrow."
Oh my god.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, that's actually great. I was like, oh, that's cheesy. Oh no, I like it.
Yeah, that was a really quick turnaround. for
Yeah,
you.
oh yeah, no, I changed my mind. My brain
And
processed
yeah,
it.
like just like you guys were saying, if we only did history stuff on Thursdays, and any one of the space potters could do it for any given Thursday, but for the rest of the week, it's all current, up-to-date stuff. I'll continue for my other pod that I do, since I'm doing 2 per week. For the other one will be the sort of space news format that I've been following, where I either do 1 topic or 2 or 3 topics, to try to fit into that short amount of time. So,
Yeah.
everything else needs to be current, but I like this idea.
Yeah. No, Destructor 1701, I'm not saying that anyone is advocating for an entire week of history. I just don't want us to ever get bogged down with too much of the history stuff. A, it already happened. B, there's so much coverage of it already that we don't need to add to that. But the Throwback Thursday, I do appreciate that. And I also like the idea of other potters doing other, their variation of a space history thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, experiments.
Lisa
maybe that didn't-
Stojanowski did a kind of experiment for that. She did one talking about animals in space. So she's kind of already done something like
Right.
that already.
Right, exactly. So I like that idea. Not that I don't appreciate Mike's perspective, because I always do, but I like the idea of having other people's perspectives on what on other. Yeah, no, I like it. I'm just saying.
So the other thing I want to point out about the show is that we've been talking about removing space news from the live show because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in a live environment. The reason we have live is so we can interact with you, the community, and when we're doing news, there's not a whole lot of interaction there. It's just, it's news. However, I think it was ultimately I think it was Space Mike who convinced me that I'm wrong, and I'm wrong because during Space News, we don't do a normal sit-down, suit and tie news broadcast.
Right.
We sit there and we have fun with the information, and we laugh, and we banter,
Make fun of
and
each other.
make fun of each other. And there's a great dynamic on air that you're not going to get if you pre-record the news. It will become a suit and tie kind of like,
Right.
this is what happened, and that's way less fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep the show as is. We're going to keep Space News in the show because I think it brings an element of fun and airiness to an otherwise fairly boring.
Too Wicked said, "What is this? The third year talking about removal of news?" Too Wicked, you, especially you, man, you've watched the show long enough to know that Ben, every once in a while, throws out like, maybe we'll just get rid of chairs. Maybe we'll go back to one camera.
I did that.
Maybe we'll
I
go
did
to
that too.
37 cameras. Maybe we won't have a director. Maybe we'll have 18 directors. Maybe we'll do blue light. Maybe we'll do no light. We'll do the show in the dark. That's how space is like. Like, you know, he just throws crap out there all the effing time, and we all just have to bend to his will, okay? And he gets rid of news, and then everyone complains about it, and nobody likes it, and then we bring news back. And that's just the way it is.
Actually, we never got rid of it.
Welcome to my life.
I like to play with the format because I'm not afraid of change, and I
I
like
like to decide that we're going to live someplace and then pay for another place too.
to. Yeah.
I mean, this argument goes for everything in your entire universe. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm a very particular person, and
Oh yeah, no, your parents made sure they broke the mold when you were born.
I've come to realize, I didn't realize when I was a kid how freaking demanding I am.
Hey, Citizen62, you said maybe we'll do the show naked. I have done the show pantsless before, so
She
thank you
has.
for that.
She has, in fact,
for
done
that
one of the
input.
show's pantsless before. That is not a lie.
I do every space pod pantsless. What are you guys talking about? No, just kidding.
Utility kill
No,
for the
you're
win.
not.
Dan TC24 says, couple spat. Get out while you can, Space Mike Condetta.
That's funny.
My Zigger realizes he's intruding on a private conversation and slowly backs out of the room.
But I mean, in all, out of the greatness that you are, and I do mean this out of love, because there's yet to be a person I've known ever in all the people I've met, and I've met quite a few people, that is even remotely like you. You just kind of say, I don't know, you really do take to heart Peter Diamandis' rule of when you have a choice, take both.
Yes, because I agree with it. Before I ever heard that, I'm like, well, duh. And everyone else was like, oh. I'm like, what do you mean, oh? No. If you have a choice, that means you get them both.
So there you go.
Ben, would you happen to be an only child?
No.
No!
Oh,
That's
really?
the best.
Wait,
Right?
but, guess which one I am?
Middle?
What
No,
the
you're
hell,
the
man?
youngest. You're the youngest,
Right?
huh?
And the best part is, he was, first
No,
of all,
I'm not.
he's first.
I'm
and
the eldest.
Secondly, he was only the eldest, or like he was only an only child for a couple of years. I was an only child for 8 years, and you think I would be the demanding one. Shut up.
Actually, you're not. I make you demanding.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
You do.
yep.
I naturally am a follower.
Yep.
If I could never make a decision again, I would probably still be happy.
Mostly. There are a few things you're like,
A
no.
couple of things. But yeah, so we're both first children, but I was an only child for 8 years. You were only an only child for like, what, 2, 3?
Yes, but I'm the only kid that counts.
Obviously. And I never, birth order has a lot of interesting things, don't get me wrong, but it does not point to everything. Although it is
I'm a
remarkable.
middle kid, so I'm used to compromise.
There you go. It's remarkable.
Compromise.
Yeah,
Screw
middle
compromise.
children, obvious. Yeah, because the first kid is always like, I did everything first, therefore I made the rules. And the middle child is like, okay, well, I just followed the rules. And the baby's like, I broke all of them. So there's always some sort of, like, birth order does have an interesting play in people's lives and their psychology on life.
And maybe that's why, because I'm the first kid and I make all the rules, I realize that you can make your own rules, and I'm not going to follow your rules because they're just made up, like mine.
Yeah, whereas I was like, wait, there's rules? I will follow them.
Oh, no.
I'm naturally like, Yeah, no. It's,
Oh, that drives her crazy, by the way, because there'll be like some stanchion somewhere. I'm like, this doesn't apply to us. I'll move it.
How dare you touch the stanchion?
I'm like-
it is there for a reason. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's a good one.
I'm like, yeah, I'm looking around. I'm like, no, we're fine. Let's just go. And we're always fine.
Whatever.
Always.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It always makes me uncomfortable
man.
every single time. Yeah.
There's Hell Desk. So when there's room for compromise, choose both extremes? Yes.
Sure, why not?
Why
Yes.
go in the murky middle when you can have extremes on both sides? Sounds like fun to me. It'll be more interesting.
And the great thing too is when no one's paying attention to you, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
Did I really wear this shirt last show?
Yeah, I think we both did.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think you guys. Yeah.
I don't recall offhand. I'm sorry.
Well, you didn't wear that shirt last show.
No, I did not. So there you go. The one thing I will say though, and I don't know where this comes from out of my own particular personality, is that if I'm in a room of people who refuse to make a decision, like they just can't, or they're paralyzed by fear, or whatever the problem is, I suddenly become the leader.
Yes, you do.
Like
I do the same.
Out of absolutely nowhere, I'm like, nope, this is not a thing, and I did that well before Ben. Well before I even knew Ben existed.
Which is how I know she can do it. And sometimes I'm like, I know you're capable of making a decision. I've watched you do it. Do it here.
But I don't want to.
She's like, no. I'm like,
My
I'm
decision
not
is
hungry.
no.
It's something as simple as, I'm not hungry. We can go wherever you want to go because you're the one who will be eating. And she's like, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but where do you want to go?
But I'm not hungry. I won't be eating. Where would you like
You're
to
not
go?
going to eat it all?
I will probably have a shake or something.
Okay, but that's something. So where do you want to shake it?
Oh my God.
You guys are like that meme of the Notebook where it's like, what do you want to eat? It's not that simple. What do you want? It's not that simple. What do you want?
Yeah, pretty much.
She says while sitting next to a guy who can't stick with a decision. Yeah, actually, why do I have to stick to a decision? I don't have to stick to a decision.
Don't be afraid of change,
No.
people.
To Wicked, you're looking at it the wrong way. The actual way that Ben sees it is, I already made that decision. I can make another one now.
Yeah, that's actually very accurate. I never thought of that, but yeah. No.
That's the way. It's not like you're not sticking to a decision. You're like, yeah, I chose that, and I didn't like it, so I choose this now. That's just the way.
Yes.
To kind of get back on a space topic.
Why, Bob?
Why are we doing that?
I like what Meyer just brought up in the chat room where he quotes Toy Bruno, how he said that we have to use the Russian RD-180 engine because the government asked us to.
Yeah.
Space Launch System is not the only Senate launch system. That is very true. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, but the Atlas V, they asked him to use the RD-180, way back in the day, right? And actually, that sucks for ULA if you look at the whole thing, right? Because they were asked to use the RD-180. Now they're getting beat up for using the RD-180, and ULA's like, you told us to. You were the ones who said we had to do this. I'm sure there's a lot more behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure I'm oversimplifying that, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Zigger, new data means new decision. A worldview that refuses to change when new data comes in is intentional ignorance. Completely agree. The only difference is sometimes I make a new decision with the same data. Not very often. Usually by making your decision and starting down that path, you get a little bit of new data and you go, nope, and you go over the other direction. But yeah, sometimes I'm 50-50, and you have to choose something, so you choose this one, and you're like, maybe this one, I don't know.
Oh, I realize there's no time on this particular screen. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, you guys got to get going soon, huh?
Yeah, I got a few minutes. It's a very important appointment that I don't want to skip. Super important. Incredibly super important.
You're like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
I'm late for a very important date.
Super important.
Okay. Anywho's.
When the data changes and it doesn't fit with your opinion, you change the data back. Ooh, no, I'm not a fan of
This isn't a religion.
Well, and politics. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Oh man.
A question, actually, how about a space pod on watches worn in space in all of the agencies? I actually also, there are actually quite a few, although some interesting stories about how the Apollo crew smuggled watches up. The only approved watch was the Speedmaster Pro.
Yeah, but everyone has their own favorite watch.
Everyone has their own favorite watch, and so they just kind of brought their own. But the first watch on the moon is the Speedmaster Pro.
Jared would be the one to do that one.
Jared would? Really?
Jared would?
Yeah, he's a big fan of watches.
Oh, he is a fan watch.
I, in fact, own
fan watch,
the
a watch fan.
Speedmaster Pro for that exact reason.
Zigger says, are there still old Alice in Wonderland cartoon rides in Disneyland? Yeah, there's
Yes.
still one. And actually, they just updated it. It is the ride. The physical ride itself is the same, but some of the visuals have been enhanced, and I think they did a really good job. Oh no, there's two. I suppose the teacups still count, don't they?
Oh, U5KO is asking, and in the chat room, which would you prefer exploration for? If I remember the question correctly, Europa or Ganymede?
Both.
Good answer. I vote for Europa because they already have their own theme song.
They do?
Oh no, it's Europa. Never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah, if I had to choose, Europa.
Europa, and why?
Because I want something to drill under that ice and possibly get eaten by giant sea monsters if they're there.
I mean, who doesn't really?
Really, you're hoping for giant sea monsters?
Yes, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. Oh, that would be so awesome if something comes out and literally tries to eat whatever probe we send down there first.
My question is, why does it need to be one or the other? If we're building a probe for one, is it really truly twice the cost to build two of them? Because doesn't a good chunk of that cost go into the development? So if you're already dumping all that cost in development, add another maybe a quarter of the cost, build two probes, send one to each, and you have twice the chance of success for not a whole lot more money.
And you could do it in one mission with like a mothership that deploys both.
Possibly, depends on the weight of the thing. Although if you have a space launch system, then yeah, probably. Boom!
Ganymede reminds me of something out of Harry Potter.
And or some sort of disease that you have that gives you diarrhea.
I don't know that I would say that, but okay.
Ganymede? I can't even say that right.
Oh, that's most of the words that we say. Oh, Chris Radcliffe, build 4 probes and send 2 to each. I mean, heck, if we have an unlimited budget, why not? You have a very high chance of success then, unless you're dumb enough to put them all in the same launcher.
In reality, 4 parts is probably only 100% more expensive than 1 part.
Yeah, for those who didn't hear, 4 parts is probably 100% more expensive than 1 part. Seems about right, actually.
Yeah.
Right? 4 probes for double the cost, basically?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I think we are wrapping up here. I think we're done. Space Mike, any final comments?
No, Destructor 1701, I am not farting right now. Must have been Detta.
No, I think it was the plane.
That's your final comment, Mike. The thing that you're going to sign the show off
Yeah,
of
he was personally offended by it. So yeah, I can
is
understand.
no, I'm not farting right now.
Yeah.
Great show, guys. This was a lot of fun. I hope we have more debates in the future.
God, yeah, actually, it was fun. It worked out well. So, and actually, I'd like to know what you guys thought. Send a comment. Do you prefer the debates? I'm thinking of doing more of these. So, like, doing interview, debate. It probably won't be quite that even because guests have specific schedules. So we kind of have to.
Stupid.
Yeah, I know. How dare they? So anyhow, all right. Any final comments, Carrie Ann?
Nope.
All right. See you, Internet. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. I have a haircut.